Welcome to Humble Q5 Bible Chapter Readings. Today we're reading over Genesis chapters 4 through 8. Let's begin.
Boom. Welcome to Humble Q5, and today we're going over we're going over Genesis chapters 4 through 7. You dig what I'm saying? And then all the way to the flood of Noah. About to grab this freaking air mic and get to biting it. My goodness. But yeah, man, let's just get into it. Cain murders Abel. Now Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, and said, I have acquired a man from the Lord. That she bore again, this time his brother Abel. Now Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought an offering of the fruit of the ground to the Lord. Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock and of their fat. And the Lord respected Abel and his offering, but he did not respect Cain and his offering. And Cain was very angry, and in his countenance fell. So the Lord said to Cain, Why are you angry? And why has your countenance fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, and if you do not do well, sin lies at the door, and its desire is for you, but you should not rule over it. Now Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain, Where is Abel, your brother? He said, I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, See, it's snarky mouth. You know what I'm saying? He talks to the Lord like that. But imagine the tone is probably way different than I think. And he said, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Oh my goodness. See how, hey, don't be out there murdering. So now you are cursed from the earth, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you till the ground, it shall no longer yield its strength to you. A fugitive and a vagabond you shall be on the earth. And the king said to the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Surely you have driven me out this day from the face of the ground. I shall be hidden from your face. I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond on the earth. And it will happen that anyone who finds me will kill me. And the Lord said to him, Therefore, whoever kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark on Cain, lest anyone finding him should kill him. I know a sickness is coming upon me, so if y'all hear a little, scratchiness, bear with me, please. It's ridiculous. The family of Cain. Then Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Enoch. Oh, their name. And he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. To Enoch was born Irad, and Irad begot
Mahujael,
Mehajuel, and Mehajuel begot
Methushel,
Methshuel, and Methshuel begot Lamech. Then Lamech took for himself two wives. The name of one was Ada, and the name of the second one was Zillah. And Ada bore Jabal. He was the father of those who dwell in tents and have livestock. His brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all those who play the harp and flute. And as for Zillah, she also bore Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every craftsman in bronze and iron. And the sister of Tubal Cain was Naamah. Then Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, wives of Lamech, listen to my speech, for I have killed a man for wounding me, even a young man for hurting me. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, then Lamech 77fold. A new son. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son and named him Seth. For God has appointed another seed for me, instead of Abel, whom Cain killed. And as for Seth, to him also a son was born, and he named him Enosh. Enosh. Then man began to call on the name of the Lord. The family of Adam. These names, dude, y'all gotta bear with me. I kid y'all not. I didn't make them. I wish names were. I wish they were as very simple as they is now. But even now, I think about it. Our names are not simple. People can't even pronounce my name, and it's Marquise. People be like Marquise, Marquise. Oh, nah, Shaw, this Queese, Crease, Crease in the shoe. That's besides the point. The family of Adam. My bad, I get off track. This is the book of the genealogy of Adam. And the day that God created man, he made him in the likeness of God. Oh my goodness. He created them male and female and blessed them and called them mankind. And the day they were created, and Adam lived 130 years. Imagine living like that still. And begot a son in his own likeness, after his image, and named him Seth. After he begot Seth, the days of Adam were 1,800 years. Oh my goodness. And he had sons and daughters. So all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. Oh wow. 900? Sheesh. And you know, we got luxury eats nowadays. They had bread and stepping on, wine press. They feet was the wine press, or they built things their whole lives. No, their best drink was probably grape juice and cranberry juice and bread. They slaughtered meat, but to me, I would have been busting out on the bread. Heck, I'm eating bread now as I read this and feeding you bread that's hot and ready. No Pizza Hut or Little Caesars. You dig? It's better than breadsticks. Anyways, Enosh lived 90 years. See, that's short. And begot
Kainan,
Cain,
Kainan,
Canaan.
Kainan,
Canaan. After he begot Canaan, Enosh lived 815 years and had sons. Enosh, not Enoch, but Enosh lived 815 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Enosh were 905. 905 years, and he died. So Canaan lived 70 years. That's short. And begot Mahalalel. After he begot Mahalalel,
Kainan,
Canaan lived 840 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of
Kainan,
Canaan were 910 years. My goodness. And he died. Mahalalel lived 65 years and begot Jared. After he begot Jared, Mahalalel lived 830 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. Jared lived 162 years and begot Enoch. After he begot Enoch, Jared lived 800 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. Enoch lived 65 years and begot Methuselah. After he begot Methuselah, Enoch walked with God. Oh my goodness. He walked with God. 300. My storage got full, but that's okay. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Methuselah lived 187 years and begot Lamech, my goodness. After he begot Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years, and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. Imagine that lifespan, bro. Having that type of lifespan is like sounds wonderful. It's a lot of worshiping towards God. I would love it. Lamech lived 182 years and had a son and called his name Noah. Saying, "This one will confront us concerning our work and the toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord has cursed." After he begot Noah, Lamech lived 595 years and had sons and daughters. So all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay, now we're on chapter 6, the wickedness and judgment of man. Now it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of man, that they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves of all whom they chose. And the Lord said, "My spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants on the earth." It's like talking about these giants. That'd be so tough. There were giants on the earth in those days and also afterward, when the sons of God came into the daughters of man. Wait a minute. They said, what? There were giants on the earth in those days and also afterward, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Oh, those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. Then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And that still happened to this day, literally. And the Lord was sorry. Excuse me, I know y'all hear my stomach. I don't know, it's just a little bubbly. I don't know, I'm kind of hungry. And the Lord was sorry that he made man on the earth, and he was grieved in his heart. So the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the earth, from the face of the earth, both man and beast, creeping thing and birds of the air, for I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Ooh, love to see it. Noah pleases God. This is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was a just man, perfect in his generations. Noah walked with God, and Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now I want y'all to remember that. Noah walked with God. Enoch walked with God. So why can't you walk with God? Why can't you be that just man? Perfect in your generation. Don't allow sin to beat you, man. Do not allow sin to beat you. You beat sin. You can't beat it, so you flee. Let God beat it, but you run. You make sure you run and don't look back. You gonna sin, but just realize Keep it small. It's going to be small. The more and more you focus on God, the less and less you sin. The more and more you keep God at the center of your life, the less and less you sin. The more and more you follow what God said, the less and less you sin. The more and more you repent for even just a little sin, sin is still sin. So the more and more you repent, you find a favor in God's eyes. I'm not God, so I can't tell you that. But God gonna show you. He gonna show you when you found favor in his eyes and you pleased him. Just like Noah did. Noah was human, just like me and you. Times may be hard, but that don't mean you don't please God. That don't mean nothing. We bound to sin. We live in flesh. We bound to sin. We live in flesh. So make sure you please God, man. Make sure you do that. You can be just like Noah. You can be that Noah. You can be that Enoch. You can have that walk with God. It's all come in the spirit. Let God command you. Submit to him and let God follow his commandments, man. Let's get back into it. So God looked upon the earth, and indeed it was very corrupt. Wait, oh yeah, I said that. And Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. So God looked upon the earth, and indeed it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. The ark prepared. And God said to Noah, the end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark and cover it inside and outside with pitch. And this is how you shall make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. You shall make a window for the ark, and you shall finish it to a cubit from above, and set the door of the ark in its side. You shall make it with the lower, second, and third decks. And behold, I myself, that's God saying, him himself, okay, I am bringing flood waters, okay, and bringing flood waters on the earth to destroy from under heaven all flesh, in which the breath of life. Time to pick this thing up, you know what I'm saying? Everything that is on the earth shall die, but I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall go into the ark, you, your sons, your wives, and your sons' wives with you. And of every living thing of all flesh you shall bring 2 of every sort into the ark, to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female, of the birds, after their kind of animals, after their kind, it should be male and female of the birds after their kind, of animals after their kind, and of every creeping thing of the earth after its kind. 2 of every kind will come to you to keep them alive, and you shall take for yourself of all food that is eaten, and you shall gather it to yourself, and it shall be food for you and for them. Thus Noah did according to all that God commanded him. So he did. Now, people, Noah is one man. Now, yes, he got the Holy Spirit in him. So that's basically two. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of power right there. So imagine just one man putting cubits, 50 cubits, 150 cubits of gopher wood together. And then God's so powerful. He's sending the animals to Noah to get into this ark. Now we be acting like, we've been seeing movies on it, but we're not peeping how true and blue that really went down. I'm not saying I know I wasn't there, but off of just reading, you can imagine bits and pieces of it. Like this man Noah got some power. Noah's strong. He's strong. That's how you know God strengthening him. God put that strength in Noah. Noah probably like daily praying and like, Lord, thank you for giving me this strength. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not saying it, but I'm just assuming a little bit off of that. That's just off the top of my head. But that's And God, that's just one that shows God's power. He controlled the animals. Of course, He made them, but He's leading lions not to eat none of the other animals, not to eat Noah, snakes, uh, giraffes, not to stomp over the other little animals like gophers, beavers. We talking about animals, donkeys. You dig what I'm saying? It's not sharks, but my goodness, that's a mammal. Just got it's a plethora of animals on this planet. Gazelles, of course, the birds, rhinos. You know what I'm saying? Like these big animals, elephants, not stepping over the little ones. So God is organizing. He organized them animals. That's power. That's power that we not peeping. Like it truly gets so deep. Okay, now let me get to it. The Great Flood, chapter 7. Then the Lord said to Noah, come into the ark, you and all your household, because I have seen that you are righteous before me in this generation. You can be that righteous person. You shall take with me, you shall take with you 7 each of every clean animal. Let me reread that. You shall take with you 7 each of every clean animal, a male and a female, 2 each of animals that are unclean, a male and his female. Also 7 each of birds of the air, male and female, to keep the species alive on the face of all the earth. For after 7 more days I will cause it to rain on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And I will destroy from the face of the earth all living things that I have made. And Noah did according to all that the Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood waters were on the earth. So Noah with his sons, his wife, oh my goodness, his wife and his sons' wives went into the ark because of the waters of the flood, of clean animals, of animals that are unclean, of birds, and of everything that creeps on the earth. 2 by 2 they went into the ark to Noah, male and female, as God had commanded Noah. And it came to pass after 7 days that the waters of the flood were on the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, on that day, all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened, and the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On the very same day, Noah's son Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and Noah's wife and the 3 wives of his sons with them entered the ark. Now, in the show, in the movies, I remember watching, they only had just Noah in there. But that just proves the world. It was some black guy too. I forgot it was who was in it. But yeah, they and every beast after its kind, all cattle after their kind, every creeping thing that creeps on the earth after its kind, and every bird after its kind, and every bird of every sort. And they went into the ark to Noah. They went into the ark to Noah, basically. Like, you know what I'm saying? God just commanded them 2 by 2 of all flesh, in which is the breath of life. So those that entered, male and female of all flesh, went in as God had commanded him, and the Lord shut him in. Now the flood was on the earth 40 days. The waters increased and lifted up the ark, and it rose high above the earth. Now I want to take that literal, but just imagine, because that's a lot. That's 80 days basically. 40 days and 40 nights. Continuing rain and water and flood. The waters prevailed and greatly increased on the earth, and the ark moved about on its surface on the waters, and the waters prevailed exceedingly on the earth, and all the high hills under the whole heaven were covered. My goodness. The waters prevailed 15 cubits upward, and the mountains were covered, and all flesh died that moved on the earth, birds and cattle and beasts and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, and every man, all in whose nostrils was the breath of the Spirit of life. All that was on the dry land died. So he destroyed all living things which were on the face of the ground, both man and cattle, creeping thing and bird of the air. They were destroyed from the earth. Only Noah and those who were with him in the ark remained alive, and the waters prevailed on the earth 150 days. I'm gonna go over 8. I said 7, but the Spirit telling me 8. It's telling me 8. Noah's deliverance. Then God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the animals that were with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subdued the fountains of the deep, and the windows of heaven were also stopped, and the rain from heaven were restrained, and the waters receded continually from the earth. At the end of the 150 days the water decreased. Then the ark rested in the 7th month, the 17th day of the month, on the mountains of
Ararat.
Ararat, and the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. And the 10th month, on the first day of the month, the tops of the mountains were seen. So it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. Then he sent out a raven, which kept going to and fro until the waters had dried up from the earth, on some crow stuff. He also went out from himself. He also sent out from himself a dove to see if the waters had receded from the face of the earth, face of the ground, my goodness. But the dove found no resting place for the sole of her foot, and she returned into the ark to him, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. So he put out his hand and took her, and drew her into the ark to himself. And he waited yet another 7 days. And again he sent the dove out from the ark. Then the dove came to him in the evening, and behold, a freshly plucked olive tree was in her mouth. And Noah knew that the waters had receded from the earth. So he waited yet another 7 days, and sent out the dove, which did not return again to him any more. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, that the waters were dried up from the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked, and indeed the surface of the ground was dry. And in the 2nd month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth was dried. Then God spoke to Noah, saying, Go out of the ark, you and your wife, and your sons and your sons and your sons' wives with you. Bring out with you every living thing of all flesh that is with you, birds and cattle, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, so that they may abound on the earth, and be fruitful and multiply on the earth. So Noah went out, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him. Another one, every animal, every creeping thing, every bird and every creep, and whatever creeps on the earth according to their families, went out of the ark. God's covenant with creation. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and took of every clean animal and every clean bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled a soothing aroma. Then the Lord said in his heart, I will never again curse the ground for man's sake, although the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth, nor will I again destroy every living thing as I have done. while the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer, and light. How did I pronounce light with day? And day and night shall not cease. And that is the end of the video. Y'all make sure y'all have a blessed day. Let God be our way. Love, positivity, peace. Spread the word. Like, share, and comment. Now get out of my channel. With love, though.
Thanks for watching. Peace, prayers, and patience. Like, share, subscribe, and comment down below.